YouTube family? Tyler and Tasha back. I know you guys like, huh, where you been? MIA. So we're definitely back with another video. Got my water because it's a little hot in here. So
it's very hot in here.
So first, guys, please do us a favor. If you realize that you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. They help us in the YouTube search. And make sure you like and subscribe and share all over social media if you want. So it's up to you. No, but so yeah, if you think this video may be valuable, go ahead and like and subscribe, share all across social media. If you don't have social media, then share it anyway. And so we're talking about if you're moving to Los Angeles, we want to talk about living in North Hollywood Arts District. Okay, like there's some cons, there's some pros to living in the North Hollywood Arts District. And it's really, and Tasha's gonna get really in depth with a lot of things, but North Hollywood, it's a cool place to live. And I personally like North Hollywood in the sense that, and let me just cut myself off. In this video, also, I'm going to reveal a startling, something startling about North Hollywood, about the Arts District, about actually an apartment complex in North Hollywood. But anyway, and that'll be, so keep watching towards the end of the video. But I like North Hollywood Arts District for the fact that they have the transportation system out there, the Orange Line. They have the Red Line, North Hollywood Station. Everything is right there as far as transportation, like the Orange Line. It take you like all over the valley. The Orange Line consists of buses. They were actually talking about actually putting trains over there with the Orange Line system. So instead of just having buses, they will actually have trains. So I'm not sure what's going on as far as the talks, but with that, but they're talking about, possibly doing that in the near future. But they also have the Red Line Hollywood Station, the underground subway station over there. So it starts actually from Union Station, downtown LA, to North Hollywood. That's where it ends. And also it's a, cool place to live in terms of if you want to, get some groceries, they have a Rouse over there. So, really convenient. Like you can walk over to Rouse if you want. You don't necessarily have to drive. Like Rouse is just right down the street. Only like a 5-minute walk from the Arts District. So, like Satoshi, she'll get into more of the food aspect of it. But I like, they have Jimmy John's over there. One of my favorite sandwich places to go to. Jimmy John's, it's just a bomb. Shout out to my friends over at Jimmy John's. Y'all know who I am, and I know who you are. They have Amazon Fresh over there, guys. I mean, it's just so many places to shop and get some food. So it's really cool.
So speaking of location, of course, North Hollywood is in the San Fernando Valley, which means it gets very hot. So you will be running your AC. That's a definite fact. And of course, as Ty mentioned, there is easy access. Pretty much it's a centrally located city as far as, as if we call it, we say quote unquote city because they always lump everything into Los Angeles, but it's centrally located because of the subway system. You can easily get to downtown LA. You can get to, of course, Hollywood, Koreatown, and of course, it's right next to Burbank. And of course, because of its proximity to the freeway, it's super convenient to get all over the place. So that's pretty cool.
The 101.
Yeah, the 101 is like right there, which of course leads to any and all freeways that you want to get to in LA. You can get on the 101 and go anywhere you want. So that's pretty cool. Now, speaking of the vibe in North Hollywood, the Arts District, and of course North Hollywood in general, from my experience, it's pretty laid back and chill, when I would be out there working and whatnot. Now, if you go a little bit on the outskirts of North Hollywood, it can get a little spotty as far as areas, depending on what you're looking for. So, meaning there's like strip mall type areas, but of course, if you go, again, stay in North Hollywood District, it's more of the, ritzy or the vibe or eclectic vibe. So that part I really do like about it as far as that's concerned too.
Right.
Now, you were more so like hanging in the arts district, and what I was, from what I remember, it's really cool as far as like how as far as the food and the restaurants are over there.
Right.
So it's home to. This is what I found in my research after I was doing a little digging. It's home, of course, to obviously restaurants offering craft beer and, of course, like newly opened breweries out there. So apparently, North Hollywood, the Arts District, is like the go-to place for beer enthusiasts. But if you don't drink beer, like we don't, they have a plethora of restaurants, cafes, shops, offering everything from beer and salsa to French toast covered in frosted flakes.
Oh,
exactly.
goodness.
But people are
I'll
saying
pass.
that. Exactly.
I'm good on that.
But they
so.
say people rave about it. I'm like, okay, but it's up to you. Of course, you want to try something different. That's kind of the feel that you have out there. And of course, everything from vegan options, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and of course, the typical American cuisine. They have like pretty much everything out there to offer as far as food.
Right.
So.
Do they have food for black folks out there?
That's called American.
Black folk food.
We eat everything. Just kidding.
Right.
Now, what about things to do in North Hollywood? Like, what's the proximity? What do you, what, when you think of North Hollywood, what do you think of things to do besides Arts District?
Wow. To be honest about it, well, there is like the, what do you call it? The Academy, I want to say Oscar Academy, Film Academy or something. I'm getting the name mixed up. But they have like the big Oscar, globe in the front and everything else. And they do a lot of stuff over there in terms of, I think, like editing and production and things like that too. So that's one thing to go do. And as far as other things over there to do, to be honest, there's there's some bike trails where you can go bike riding, jogging. There's a lot of trails and everything over there.
And I think that's from what I was looking at, like the map. I was trying to get the name of it, but there's like Wildwood Canyon Park. That's like the bigger one out there where they have like the bike trails and stuff. So that part is pretty nice.
Yeah.
The thing about it is people kind of say that there's nothing quote unquote to do directly in North Hollywood, but because it's like next door to Burbank and stuff, it's like more, if you kind of go that direction, then you can kind of explore like Warner Brothers Studios, the LA Zoo, Universal Studios.
And it's not in Burbank. Isn't even far. It's only a few miles, from North Hollywood, where again Warner Brothers Studio. Like I know a lot of people that actually work over at Warner Brothers too, connections, and real cool people too. That But anyway,
right.
But yeah, it's not far. It's a lot of things to do over there. You can take the scooter over there if you want.
Yeah.
That's how close it is.
Yeah.
You can just take scooter, Lyft scooter. Was that Bird something scooter?
Yeah,
Bird
they
scooter,
have like
whatever.
so many of them out here.
Yeah.
Uber, Lyft, and there's that other one exactly like you mentioned. Like
and it's really cool. It's so inexpensive. So you just write that on over there. So if you really want to explore more things to do, and then actually. I think on the other side there's Valley Village as well too.
Oh, yeah.
Valley Village, I mean, they have like a lot of shops, a lot of art stuff over there. It's just like that's a good place to hang out at too. So
and also let's see. Oh, okay. I wrote something down here that I didn't know was over there, and that's the Burbank Aviation Museum.
Okay.
So that's like right next to it as well. So for people who really like to, or maybe if you have kids, something fun to do, take them over to the Aviation Museum. And of course, all things that have to do with planes, flights, pilots and stuff like that, it's in that museum. So that's pretty fun. Sounds fun. I've never been, but sounds like something cool to do. Now, they do have festivals. Apparently, like they have quite a few festivals.
Oh yeah, a lot of arts festivals.
Yeah, right there, which is cool. So they have not just art festivals, they also have food festivals, of course. So they have the vegan street fair. Apparently that's like one of the biggest ones they have during the year is the vegan street fair, the NoHo music festival, and the what was it called? NoHo Cinefest. So I guess it has obviously something to do with cinema. So but yeah, they have a lot of festivals and things over there. So you can again, I think it's a nice vibe depending on where you go. Like if you stay, like Todd said, in the arts district, then you're kind of like, you know, you got the walk. You can the walk to proximity to things is, I should say, is very walkable. That's what they say. The walk score is high. If you Google that,
Yeah, very walkable.
yeah, it's a high walk score. And of course, like if you want to hop in your car and go a little bit further, or like Todd said, take the scooter. It's close to other things to do that's maybe not directly in North Hollywood, but it's like right next door. So
yeah, it's cool. You know, again, it's a cool little vibe over there. And like I think I was saying earlier, so there's Magnolia Street, so Magnolia Boulevard. So there's Lankershim and Magnolia. That whole area, like, you might as well call it Restaurant Row.
Right.
Even though they have one in LA, of course. But so just that whole Magnolia Boulevard is just nothing but restaurants up and down. So like during lunch hour, you see this packed. There's people just vendors. There's people out there eating. Even have like people out there singing and entertainment and stuff like that. Oh, there's one chick. She was just blowing. I was like, dang, is this a radio? But it sound more like this live. She was blowing. This sister was.
Wow.
This black chick was blowing. I'm like, wow. And just a side note, it's just something how I just feel. So that's one thing about even like North Hollywood Arts District. There's some talented people out there that can not sing but sing. And no offense, but you think like Beyonce, can throw down. In my opinion, I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be a hater, sound like a hater or anything, but I've heard some women that sound way better than Beyonce. Please be high. Please be high. Don't come steam me. Don't come after me. But it's cool. So during lunch hour, like you're going out, you're on Magnolia Boulevard, you're sitting down out on the sidewalk, patio, whatever it is. You're eating, you got the music going and stuff. Just a nice little vibe. Just what I don't like is, you're sometimes, or a lot of times, you're sitting there, you're just trying to chill. You got your friends and everything else. You're just eating and drinking. Then you have these loud cars. Oh my God. Like the whole world is going to blow up.
Yeah, they have
it's
like
just annoying.
Out here, even in LA in general, they have a huge
These are the cons.
A huge influx of people who think that they're NASCAR drivers, but on the street it's so annoying. So a lot of guys get their cars or their motorcycles like souped up, so it goes super fast and it's super loud. Yeah. So it is very disruptive. We had somebody out there so annoying today, popping wheelies at like 1 o'clock.
I was just about to say, and that's one thing you're gonna see a lot of in the Arts District. People are like popping wheelies, and not just that, they're catwalking. So they pull the front end of their motorcycles up and just showing off, just doing like this.
Exactly.
Just showing out and everything. I'm just like, what is
like, calm down.
What is? And I've been hearing women saying, like, guys, chill out.
Chill out.
It's a turn off. Isn't that what women?
Exactly.
Like maybe some women get turned on when guys, look at me.
Like, are we men or are you still in like high school? I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, so those are some of the cons. And so some other cons is the fact that, so, and this is really goes for anywhere, but being a woman, you have to really, be careful.
Yeah.
So North Hollywood is cool, cool vibe and everything else. But you have people out there, you have guys out there who will watch you. Like, guys, they'll watch you. I'm telling you, it's best to make sure that it's better to be in a group of people. Because you got some weirdo guys and stuff out there, stalkers and stuff like that. See you're wearing your biker shorts, whatever, spandex, or whatever you call that other little outfit thing y'all women wear. Or whether just skirts, you dress up and stuff. But you'll have men hiding around there behind the light poles and everything else, and you think they're not watching you. They're on their phone doing like this, but they're like, just making notes and everything. I'm serious. You got to be real careful. Some strange weirdos out there.
Yeah.
But not everybody, but so many people, they want to move to the Arts District. Because like I said, not only it's a good vibe. I mean, yeah, it's a good vibe, but you have like people actually. If you guys ever watched Dancing with the Stars, you have people that from the Dancing with the Stars actually live over there too. You have like celebrities and stuff that live over there. To be honest about it, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a whole nother thing. But yeah, you actually have celebrities that live over there in the arts district area too. So like I said, Dancing with the Stars. Like I watch other people. I can't even think off the top of my head, but I've watched other people's reels. I've and their acting reels, and they stay over there. I met like a lot of people. So another con is that. So okay, so let me tell you, don't let this fool you. You're gonna see like Maseratis over there. You're gonna see Beamers, Benz, Bentleys. You're gonna see tricked out Bentleys. You're gonna see the whole nine, everything. You're gonna see the rims on these Bentleys, these Maseratis. I mean, like the Maseratis with the 3D tones and everything else, and the tinted windows and stuff. And you're like, dang, this dude got it going. No, look, shoot, he got it going. No, he doing it. He must be a celebrity actor. He is doing it. But a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, that they're doing it all right. They're doing it the wrong way. Like they're into like drugs. They're high type drug kingpins and stuff like that. The one morning over in the arts district. And matter of fact, well, let me get into. Well, you had something else to say because I'm about to get into some two big cons actually that I promised I was going to tell them near the end of the video.
No, I just agree that, again, like I said earlier, there are some spotty areas. Like, honestly, Victory Boulevard, certain areas is really, we'll just say, like I said before, strip mallish. So it's not so trendy and up and coming. It's more like, let's just say 99-cent store type of vibe over there,
right.
as opposed to that. But again, so just really depending on where you go, that's where the better vibe is. But
you have a lot of people walking around, on drugs, on meth and stuff like that. So just be careful. Look out for that too. So because you never know what these people might try to pull. Anyway, so I was gonna talk about actually two things. So basically, I'm gonna reveal something to you guys. So first of all, there's some nice apartments in the Arts District, real nice apartments, and I think one is called the Wellington or something like that. Just one example that's like real nice. A few nice ones over there, but there's a particular apartment that, in my opinion, you probably want to stay away from, and the name of this apartment is NoHo, living at NoHo. Now, so what I was gonna say a minute ago, as far as you never know like who is you're dealing with in terms of, we were talking about, okay, you're looking at this person or driving this Benz or Range Rover, whatever, you just really think they have it going on. But so there was actually not too long ago, there was a big bust over at one of the apartment units in at living at NoHo. And one morning there was like 20 some federal agents there and all that, with the guns drawn out, looking for somebody. So whatever this person did,
right,
it wasn't too kosher. But yeah, so they were looking for this joker and all that stuff. I mean, I have, I know more information and stuff, but I'm not gonna, put all that stuff out there and all that, but and I actually met the person that they were looking for too. So, and you'll be surprised because the person seemed, like he's really cool and blah blah, and he just shook his hand and speak some things like that, just cool as ice. But hey, you never know what people are doing behind closed doors. But anyway, so the huge thing as far as living at NoHo, something happened. And one morning there was a body discovered in one of the buildings, because living at NoHo consists of 3 buildings. And a body was discovered one morning, and it's kind of really hard to explain exactly where the body was found, especially if you guys really may not know anything about the apartment complex. But so what happened was, this guy, like 3 days before the body was discovered, this guy came wandering in there, and he went in this little cubbyhole area of the apartment complex, and he was basically shooting up meth and stuff like that. He had a bunch of needles, like a ton of needles, all in his pockets, but over there, just shooting up meth. And see, that's the problem. You have like a lot of people, even in the arts district, coming over there, whether it's daytime, especially at night. They're sneaking into like the buildings, little openings. And they're like doing drugs, shooting up meth, and so they do have a 24-hour security guard there. They work different shifts, obviously, but they're assigned to make sure no one gets into the building, no one gets into any of the openings in the building. But for whatever reason, this particular security guard, I guess he wasn't on his job.
Right.
I don't know if he was texting or checking out the chicks or whatever he was doing, but while he was checking out chicks, if that's what he was doing, this guy just slipped past him or whatever and got in there. And 3 days later, his body was discovered. And so one of the owner of a particular shop there, I think it was like maybe a yoga shop or something, a health shop, I forget what it was. But she went in there, and she basically thought it was, one person said they thought that the guy was in there sleeping, and she's like, oh well, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother wake him up, just gonna let him sleep. So but yeah, so anyway, like several days later, someone that works at one of the shops at the apartment complex at the building, they they went in there and they were like, this, I think they were getting out of their car, they just parked, and they were like, what is that smell? The smell was so unbearable. They couldn't even, and so anyway, they found out it was a dead, badly decomposed body. That's how bad, he was. Like, he was like really rotten and stinking and stuff. So yeah, he had been there for like, they say like 3 days and stuff like that. And so police had informed me as far as the situation and stuff like that. And I was just like, wow, how in the world could this happen? So, but they wanted in the complex, everybody, it was supposed to have been a hush hush thing, like not to let anybody know. It's supposed to have been a secret. So what had to be done, they had to call the coroner, of course, and they had to do it in a way to where they can somehow get the coroner in there and extract the body from the stickiness of the area, from being stuck where it was stuck at, flesh and stuff stuck on the ground and against the wall over there and stuff. So they had to find a way to extract this huge dead corpse without people seeing, that they're taking this body out. So they had, I don't know exactly how they did it, but I think they had to like go around the back, whatever, and keep the body covered and be real discreet. But they did it in such a way where, people had no idea what was going on. Only thing you knew that it was a bad stench, in that building too. So, but they finally ended up, quietly, scraping out the body out of there and taking the body over to the morgue. And I don't think the body really had, too much. I don't think the body had any identification on them or anything like that I can remember. So, but yeah, so I know stuff like this can happen anywhere, so I don't want to sit here and just make it seem like, living at NoHo is the only place this can happen. But in my opinion, I'm not really too sure if I would live there in the arts district area because, again, there's some nice apartments over there, but I know definitely I would live in another apartment, I'll put it like that. And it was something else too. Oh yeah, another thing that I don't like about living at NoHo is that, so they have 2 pools on the rooftop. So pay attention, they have 2 pools on the rooftop. Now, so because they have 2 pools and then they have jacuzzis up there, I was just going to attract a lot of residents to come up there and party and have fun. So you have one side of the pool, you have one pool, you have a bunch of people crowding around there in the pool, they had their music blasting. Then you have another pool, right next to it, and you have another group of people, they're partying, they're blasting their music. Then you have other people at the jacuzzi, they're doing their thing. So everybody's blasting their different music, you know, their own separate parties. But then you have apartment units right there. So the music is literally so loud to where the people that work from home, they're complaining because they can't hear, because you have people just partying in the mid-afternoon,
Oh my.
you know, playing music and just going crazy and doing, you know, everything else. So just for the people who, I mean, want a little bit more quietness, who don't really like the, you know, big parties like that all the time, that's just to give you a heads up too. So oh, and also another con is that for whatever reason, a lot of people have gotten their cars broken into or stolen from over there.
Oh, that's.
I don't understand it, because they, you know, when you drive in there, there's a gate that, you know, opens and closes. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm not really sure if it's the cars that's parked outside the building, but as far as being stolen, but I do know that cars inside the gate is being broken into a lot of times too. And then the last thing that I want to talk about real quick is that so this young lady, this young sister, she just moved over there. This was her first day. She was just moving all her stuff in, and so she was having a lot of problems because she hadn't even got her stuff in yet. She still had a bunch of stuff. It was her and her son. She still had a bunch of stuff in the car, and while her and her son was, you know, getting the stuff, moving the stuff up to the unit, someone had broken into her car and stole all of her stuff. So while they were stealing all her stuff, she came down, I guess downstairs. She had to go to the office or something like that. I guess like to the leasing office or whatever. I guess she had to take care of business. But on the way walking to the leasing office, some, again, weirdo that was walking around basically threw a drink at her. And she was crying. And she's like, I just moved here. You know, I wanted a better place. I just moved here. And here it is, my first day. I haven't even moved in everything yet. And I have all this stuff happen to me. It's just, you know, terrible. So.
Okay. Well, that was a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people feel that in light of that, the prices in the North Hollywood Arts District, they feel that, yeah, of course, it's pretty expensive out here, no matter what you know, where you are, so to speak. But some people equate that to, I can actually get, you know, kind of the same or, you know, competitive pricing somewhere else where it's more, quote unquote, to do directly in the area, as opposed to having to, you know, maybe go a little bit further out or something like that. So, you know, again, it just all depends on what you're looking for as far as you know, what it just all depends on what you're looking for as far as that is concerned. So take all of this into consideration, and, you know, of course, check it out for yourself,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. Let us know in the comment section if you've, you know, been out to North Hollywood and what your thoughts are, or of course, if you know you're interested in going out there, just let us know what you think about, you know, this video and that area, period.
Exactly. Yep. So I personally don't think living at NoHo is worth the money, and to me the units aren't, you know, it's not all of that. That's just my opinion, you know, not whatever you want to do, that's my opinion. I don't, you know, so, but yeah, so that's all for the video. We have another one coming up about Los Angeles. We're gonna do a video about things that we don't like about living in Los Angeles. So we want to be transparent with you guys, because we guys talk about things that we like about LA, but we're gonna talk about things that we don't like about living in Los Angeles in the next video.
All right, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share all over social media. And if you don't have social media, share anyway. And of course, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.